Alright, welcome. Here's a video on a Gottlieb 1975 spin-out machine. Not much to this game, but still a decent player. Let's start a game up. We're going to do gameplay first, and then a video on what everything scores, then schematics, and then what's inside the machine. So here we go. Oh, almost got that. Really? B and C. This is going not great. Is leaning a bit to the left, but this is for a customer and their floor will be more level than my carpet, so not terribly concerned. See if I can't hit D. Oh, come on. Oh, I thought that was it. Oh. Oh, I thought that was it too. Take those. And I got D. Sweet. Oh, I'd love to hit 4. Oh well. 50,000. That's an acceptable enough game. Let's open her up and show you everything she scores. You know, how much you'd be able to score if you were better at this game than I am. I had 4 on the wheel too. That would have given me a free game. What a shame. Anyways, let's start her up with the start button here. This one actually didn't have any coin mechs or any coin hardware in it at all, so someone had already hooked up the start button to the coin wires, so works for me. Trip banks fire, score reels reset, ball count unit goes back to 1, and your ball gets kicked out. So this is a very, very simple game. Bumpers always score 100. They're on a relay, so that does both the bumpers at the same time. You've got A, B, C, and D. They will light your spot and a rollover for whole value. So your whole value is 1,000 plus 1,000 for each lit spot. So right now it just scores 1,000. And that's the only way to score it right now. Or, you know, your target value, which will give you the number that it is. So that's 7 or 4. And you can also score your target values on the outs. So if I spin her again, with any spin and land on different numbers. I already have 7, so left target value won't do me any good, but right target value will spot me 6 on the outside here. And then hitting A lights a spot and your left in lane for scoring whole value. So now instead of 500, it'll give you 1,000 plus 1,000, so 2,000. Hitting B lights this lane for whole value, and now that whole value is worth 3,000. Hitting C lights that lane and another whole value for 4,000 total. And D, the final letter. Once you have them, you can hit them in any order. You have all 4 lanes lit for whole value, which will now score you 5,000 points. Here in lanes and inner lanes up here. And once you get all the letters, you have one single special lit at the upper rollover. You can only collect one. It turns off after you collect it. So I'll collect it. You can watch the replay unit count up, and it also lights up. But you see I collected it, so now it turns back off, and it doesn't even run the motor when it's off. It only runs the motor when it needs to collect the special. Because I'm assuming that special will also trip a relay that says, hey, special collected. Make sure they can't get any more free games because we're cheap. So, otherwise, your free games are scored by getting 4 numbers in a row, like on Flipper Cowboy, Buckaroo, Williams Rocket, a bunch of games where you need a bunch of numbers in a row. So 4 is required for any sequence of numbers ever, because this is 4 numbers, this is 4 numbers, this is 4 numbers, and this is 4 numbers. So you can win a maximum of 4 free games if you get every number. So if I score a 1, if I score a 2, now if I score a 3, that'll award me 1 free game, or a 5. There's a 5. That'll give me 1 free game for having 4 in a row. Oh, I missed it. Here we go. Now I'm up to 2 replays. And then if I score my last... Let me spin the roto off here. I need 3. Show me. There's 3. If I score my last, I will get a free game for this one, and this one. So I'll get 3 free games. If I'm also about to score, I might actually get cheated out of a free game. I'll see if I get cheated. If I get 3, if I end at 5 or 6. Let's see. Yeah, I got cheated out of a free game because I passed my replay score at that exact moment. So, really cheap, Gottlieb. I won that fair and square with the glass on. All right, my other replay score I have set at 85,000. All right, now I'm up to 6 free games. This wheel maxes out, actually, at 9. You cannot have more than 9 free games on that half moon type of credit wheel. So now we will lose all of our balls. 3, 4, 5 with the whole switch right there. We'll lose it. Go to game over. Match number was 70. What a shame. The old scorecard in here was this first replay for 39,000, but the machine was adjusted to 3-ball play, where you also get, I believe it's A and B spotted and C and D spotted if you get either or. So makes it a lot easier in 3 balls. But it is my personal opinion that all EMs are meant to be a 5-ball game. So that is how it will stay. I mean, that's how I readjusted it, by moving this adjustment plug, 3 5-ball adjustment from the left side to the right side for 5 balls. Otherwise, let's bust the schematic out, let you all take a nice peek. Oh, that's my Williams touchdown. I have too many machines. Let's take a peek at the forbidden knowledge Gottlieb doesn't want you to know about my little secret here. I have a spin-out schematic, and I'm showing it to the whole world. You know what I got to do? I got to create an OnlyFans, but have it be only Gottlieb schematics and manuals, and have... I'm hilarious. So, yeah. There's your roto unit in there. Here's your point score adjustments. There's all the switches on motor 1C. Oh, and we have the motor sheet to show you. Don't worry. Don't worry. Actually, no, I take it back. That's not in the machine. Darn it. So, you don't get the joy of seeing the motor sheet. I am sorry. But, yeah, hope you're able to get some good screenshots off that. Otherwise, we will hit the start sequence here. There goes the ball. Otherwise, you have got ABCD relays in this small sequence bank here. In what order are they? Yeah. They go D rollover, C rollover, sequence switches, B rollover, A rollover. And then for your lowest bank, you have 1 through 4 sequence completed relay, number 1 roto target, number 2 roto target, number 3 through 6 completed, number 3 roto target, number 4 roto target, number 5 roto target, another sequence completed, number 6 roto target, number 7 roto target, number 4 through 7 sequence completed, and then special rollover control relay. So that's that relay that I said had to have been in there to make sure you only win one special off the top special. Otherwise, you've got tilt relay, series relay, hold relay, roto unit score control relay, start relay, hole and spin roto relay, second sheet relay, special rollover relay, ball return relay, and 500 point spin roto unit relay. Got your 3 fuses here. Extra fuse for the line, first coin sheet adjustment and second sheet adjustment. Your motor, of which I will tell you, I don't think there's a way of me doing it, but this motor had the common Gottlieb motor problem of when it was done rotating, it wouldn't rotate enough, and this 4 shaft area, can't focus on, this 4 cam would slide back. And basically you see how it comes up at the very end of its rotation? Up. Up. Basically, either it would just not stay up, it would slide back a little, you know. That was not good. I tried bending this piece of metal. Turns out you can't bend that, it instantly breaks it if you bend it. So I put a new one in there in the same position. It's adjusted to the right position. I loosened the tension on all these switches to make sure they weren't forcing the disc back down like that, you see. But nothing would really work. So I did the next best thing, and I bent this switch over here in a very odd manner. You see how it just catches and then barely actuates that switch, just hardly. The reason I have it bent like that is that kind of acts like a motor stop brake. The tension of that switch is pushing against this every time it stops, so it doesn't want to push the motor back. Now, that's not a huge problem. If those switches drop back, what you sometimes will notice is if those switches are dropped back, you get the ball in the kick out hole and it immediately fires. instead of waiting for it to kick out. And the same goes for the out hole. So yeah, a little bit tedious and annoying. Otherwise, ooh, I got shocked really good there. I don't know how I did that. That's interesting. Anyways, if my phone could focus, I would love that so much. There we go. Let's hit ball 1, spin roto. See the roto? Beautifully spin. About 2/3. Almost that was almost a full rotation. Every time. Beautiful action on the roto. What you want to do on the rotos is you want to get the front disc off of it. You want to get the Allen screws on there as tight as they can possibly go. Tighten that thing down on that axle. And then, when you're putting the mount back on, put it in place and tighten these flathead screws. You know, doesn't matter where you tighten down those Allen screws, you will be able to find a place within this slotted area where those rivets line up with the wipers on that board. Very last, you can look inside the head as I keep brushing the flipper with my crotch as usual. Beautiful cabinet on this one too. Absolutely gorgeous game. I'm not sure how long this gentleman has had it in his family, but he wanted it fixed. And the back door is purple on it. I don't know why. Just the outside. But yeah, in the back we have about as simple as a back box as you can get. 4 score reels, point adjustment jack, a cruddy AX relay style match unit, or 0 to 9 unit, thousands relay, hundreds relay, tens relay, of course no ones relay because that's a fake 0. AX reset, looks like it resets the scores. And it also pulses our good friend the AS unit. I like how beautifully that moves. Note to self, don't touch my phone ever again because I put that little sun thing on it and now I can't get rid of it. Oh, I made it dark. I made it bright now. That was a mistake. Can I like get the, oh, whatever. Whatever. Pinball. See, I have to keep clicking it every time there's a new angle. So ball 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sorry. Reset. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This, the unit should go to game over in this position. It should never reach this position. But if it does somehow reach that position, whether that trough switch gets hit twice or something odd happens like that, then this position immediately just puts it into game over. I don't even think the match number comes up when it's in this position. But yeah, one switch that breaks on that end and a couple switches that actuate on reset. If I can just hit this. There we go, on that end. And then the dreaded half moon credit unit that I've never actually worked on until now. These aren't actual switchblades either, they are just for the tension of that right there. The only blades you'll have to worry about are these blades on the front, of which I'm not even really sure which one is decrease and which one's add, I forget. There, yeah, that's decrease. The inner coil is decrease, the outer coil is add. You'll notice that when there's a credit on it, the light actually lights up in the unit. That's one of those switches out here. And see how these switches get pushed outwards when there's a credit, inwards when there's no credits. So this is 0 position. If you want to put your game on free play, just push all the switches together. That'll also make sure that that light is always on, which looks cool. Otherwise, I think somebody already did it on this one. Yeah, it's the innermost wires on this one that break the connection to the replay button. So you just solder those two wires together on that one, and your game is on free play. When that switch is open, you don't have a connection to the start button, and you can't start a game without putting a coin in. Otherwise, this is the only thing hanging out here. I decided to take out the kick-off slam tilt switch and solder the wires together like I do on all these games. Probably would be a good time to also mention the that fix for right here, where I took the kick-off switch, or like the slam switch, whatever, soldered those wires together so they can never break. And the hold relay, unfortunately this is a hold relay with multiple switches, so I can't really override it, but you know, still holds on good enough for me. You ever need to rob a coil off these games, take the second shoot relay coil. So you see this one's completely hanging off of here, probably because I did take, yeah, there's no second shoot relay coil in here. The only thing is you want to make sure the two switches that are normally closed on here are polished and bent closed. And that should be good. That was Gottlieb's Spin Out from 1975. Definitely not a not the most innovative game, I will say. Like, this has been done countless times. This 4 in a row needed has been done countless times, and this has having rollover lanes up here to collect letters has also been done countless times. It's a very, very mediocre game, only kind of held up by the fact that it's both a wedge head and it's a very cool drag racing theme. Only other thing I will mention is I did coat the back glass. Took some painter's tape, put it over the score reels and here, and then put a sealant of Krylon triple thick over it. You do have to spray that many feet above the glass, because just the spray of that air will be enough to blow the rest of the paint off, unfortunately. But you know, you might have noticed that even though the paint is off, it is actually still yellow down there in the spin in the S. And what did I do there? Well, you can find projector film, like film for like a classroom projector lens, or painter's tape that's colored. I actually happen to have some yellow painter's tape. So before I sprayed, I put some yellow painter's tape on the S and a little bit on the T, and that allows the light to both shine through it, and it needs to be yellow anyways. So yeah, cool white throughout the rest of it. Game over light is pink on the top, warm white on the cars racing on the outside. Did I forget a light bulb? Holy cow, I forgot a light bulb. I was wondering why his tire was out. I will be putting a light bulb in there. Wow. Can't name the last time I did that. But otherwise on the playfield, it's all cool whites, sunlights underneath the roto, warm white on these rollovers, cool white in the bumpers. Now this is interesting. I did warm white on the 4 outside rollover guides, and then a frosted red on the inner rollover guides. You can't really tell a difference on the phone or on the phone camera, but it does glow the insides a darker red. And you know, I can't do all these lanes red because that means since there's no arch lights on here underneath the upper arch, that's gonna make the whole top of the playfield red. That's just gonna look terrible. But I don't want to not do any red because this one actually gets lit for special, so I want this one to be distinct from the others and put red frosteds in there. But yeah, that's where I missed a light. This guy's a wheel, so throw a cool white frosted LED shout out Comet Pinball in there. Otherwise, standard, everything's been done. Here's a quick tip. Your sockets are out. Put a little bit of solder on them. So you solder the base to the base. And if that doesn't fix them, like for example, it didn't fix it with these roto lights, you can solder the tab wire directly to the tab connection. Fixed it for that one. There were a couple ones I had to do the tab connection on, I think. Can't remember which ones now, but I always do the bayonet socket connection there because that always needs done no matter what. Stop buzzing. God damn it. Oh, there we go. All right. That was Gottlieb's spin out. Oh, I wanted it to spin. I have to start a new game. Well, one. Ain't that beautiful. Catch you next time. Bye-bye.